This is Countershot. You're in the house of truth, where things get controversial. Sometimes people are offended, but the aim is not to offend, but to look at things from a different perspective. Let's go.
Let's listen to this interview real quick. I just wonder when this one ranks. Take your time.
I just want to thank God because I've been working hard for a very long time and no one has given me credit. But after that display tonight and after a tough opponent, I couldn't even see out my right eye round 6 through 10 because she do hit hard. But I bent down and I did what I do in training and I got the job done. So I just want to thank Savannah Marshall and her team. I want to thank the whole UK for being here because it's not just a special moment for me, but it's a special moment for women's boxing. Savannah Marshall, Alicia Baumgartner, Michaela Mayer, Caroline Du Bois. I mean, women's boxing has been around for so many years and so many greats that came before us, but here we are in front of 20,000 fans in London at the O2 Arena, and I think that's fight of the year. I'm just so happy, and it's an unbelievable moment right now.
Brilliant.
So those were the words after Clarissa Shields did get her victory Saturday night. So I'm just getting around to this. The question was, would there be skullduggery? Would there be cheating during the course of this fight? And what we found out was this. Whereas there is a lot of finger pointing and demonization going on, we have to look at the source of some of it. And at the end of the day, we know where a lot of that is derived from the Boxing Commission here in America, where people like Clarissa Shields aren't free to be who they are, free to be themselves. And you had a little bit of backlash coming from the UK, but at the end of the day, what we wanted was a good decision, a fair fight, no trickery. I was concerned. I'm glad. Congratulations, number one, to Clarissa Shields. They fought a good fight. I'm not that into women's boxing at all. I'm just going to be honest. I'm not. But I recognize talent where talent, lies. And Clarissa Shields is a very good fighter. Savannah Marshall, I haven't looked much at these ladies. I've looked more at Clarissa Shields, and checked her out because there is so much around, surrounding her, and the woman has been through a lot, and so for her to be doing what she's doing, I think she's deserving of everything that is coming to her right now in terms of success and money and everything. She's been through too much coming out of a place like Flint, Michigan, and even me saying Flint, Michigan. If you're from the States, then you see where even saying Flint, Michigan, there is a huge amount of racially charged, I'll just say racially charged conversation that can stem from the fact that the water in Flint, Michigan, for one thing, has been a huge issue for a long time. Unclean water, unusable water, and many controversies surrounding why that water hasn't been dealt with, and that's politics. And that's part of what is discussed on this station at times, as it does relate to boxing, seeing as to how boxing is a microcosm of the greater society. But my concern was that, as I said, she wouldn't get a fair shake, or there might be cheating because of the Fury camp. The only thing that bothered me is she said she couldn't see. She got hit and she couldn't see from round 6 through round 10, but it was later understood that, I don't know if she said she got thumbed or poked or something. I didn't know if she had gotten hit so hard that it blinded her in one eye, in which case it begs the question, okay, what's in the gloves? But it sounds like she got scraped in the eye or poked in the eye, and she later cleared it up. You know, she was her vision was impaired, so it was blurred. You know, Muhammad Ali had a situation with when he fought wow, Liston, where they accused Liston's camp of putting something on Sonny Liston's gloves that blinded, some type of a substance. Because Ali couldn't see for about 3 rounds, I believe, and he had to keep his distance and box his way out until they got his eyes cleared. So I was like, okay, what happened? But after it was cleared up, I see that it was more of a scrape. So it appears that everything was on the up and up, and that's good. The judges, I don't remember the scorecards, but just the fact that she could win in the United Kingdom at all, especially with a big fight like this, where Savannah Marshall could have easily gotten the win, as she did in the Olympics, and it was undeserving. And I wouldn't say that, but I did finally get a chance to see that fight. And Marshall didn't win that Olympic fight. She just didn't. A lot like what happened with some of our guys, like the horrible situation with Floyd Mayweather Jr., and people wonder why the man was bitter. Roy Jones Jr., they wonder why the man was bitter, and so on and so forth. So she got cheated the same way. And again, this goes back to money. This goes back to how these type of decisions and how racism in boxing affects these fighters, especially the black fighters, their families, their futures. Clarissa Shields is a 2-time Olympic champion, but she did get beat by Savannah Marshall, and I don't know what round it was or whatever the case may be, what year and all that. I don't keep up, like I say, but she took a loss that she didn't deserve. Now, I'm not in women's fighting, but they fought a good fight, and it was a very competitive fight, a very close fight, and to some degree, as Shields didn't run away with the match. I think she won virtually every round, but Marshall did put up a good fight. It was a lot of ebb and flow, back and forth, and at the end of the day, Clarissa Shields, as she said, bit down and did what she had to do and won the fight. At the end of the day, both women were humble, and they gave props to one another. The beef was left behind, and I think that Clarissa Shields can finally be at peace with what she's been having to deal with over these last 10 years, and that loss and all the hype leading into this fight. She seems happy, and she seems content. I think she should be. I'm going to say, really shout out to UK judges. The fans weren't unnecessarily rude and disrespectful. And who knows what's going to happen next with Clarissa Shields. Hopefully there's just more good things to come her way, because like I said, she's been through a lot and she deserves it. And she's a warrior for her people, as well as just being a warrior in the ring. And that in itself is more important than anything. So much of the time, being true to yourself, being true to your people, not selling out, but standing strong. So I'd like to see some more Clarissa Shields. I'd like to see a rematch of this fight. Even though I think it'd be another tough fight, I would like to see a rematch. I think that would be a good fight. And like I said, I'm not into female fighting much, but they might have sold me on this one. So the other ladies' fights leading into this were decent as well. Although one of our ladies, Dubois, appeared to be fighting a man. Another story, another topic for another day. So shout out to Clarissa Shields and a huge congratulations. She did a fantastic job, and I applaud her. So that's it for this one. Peace, love, and let's look forward to the next great fight.